back at you, and you're like, ah! Like, that's the only thing you have to worry about.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all are getting Uno reversed by the urinal?
Yeah, they do it sometimes. Sometimes you're like, man, I really gotta piss, and you're like,
y'all are getting that rebound basket from the urinal?
It's tough out here. We're fighting for our lives. Can't confirm it does get everywhere at the time. Yeah, see if it backsplashes, it's awful.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's the worst part. And you have to like take a step back, and the dividers are like very like not good at dividing.
Bifurcated stream?
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Sometimes when you pee as a guy, it doesn't make one stream, it does 2 streams. Yeah, it's split in the middle.
How many holes do you have?
We have 1. It's just sometimes that happens.
I want to go home.
What do you mean?
I want to go home. Bifurcated stream are rarer for American though? Excuse me? Why?
Built different. 4 tough. Yeah, it usually happens in the morning, yeah.
I want to go home.
What do you mean? You're learning. This is good. We're learning.
I never needed to learn this.
Why?
When am I ever going to use this information?
Is it a pain to aim? Okay, you know what the worst part is? It's not in the middle of the night. Well, actually, it kind of is in the middle of the night. It's early morning in the middle of the night because you're still half awake and like, or not like half asleep. And so you're kind of like, at least for me, I'm like swaying back and forth a little bit. And I have to be like, wake up, Bo. You're taking a piss. Like, you're going to get it everywhere.
Super Slap, thank you so much for the prime sub.
But like, you can also do the thing where you like put your arm against a wall and you just like hold yourself.
Why wouldn't you just sit down at that point? Like, I feel
why would
like
I sit down when I could stand?
I feel like when it's nighttime, you would just sit down, right?
No, you stand for that.
Really? Every time?
Yeah.
You know they can't see. They can't judge you. They can't bully you. It happens in the privacy of your own home.
It's so much extra work.
If you sit surprised, shoot me. Shoot me. Yeah, like, listen, there are a lot of things you can do sitting or standing, and when I have the choice, I'm gonna do them sitting.
Yeah, I do what they said. I stand there in a daze. I just like I just like zone out, and I just like
your eyes are contemplating multitudes.
Yeah, like I'm just like my eyes are glazed over, and I'm just like, yeah, because like when you get done, you can just immediately go back to bed. You don't have to stand up. You can just you shake, you wash your hands, and then you just go right back to bed, and you just collapse. It's easy. It's way simpler.
Dude, I never understood. Liar Fox, welcome! Thank you for the follow. Do you know the things? Okay, you know the like little devices that you can like if you have like an innie, not an outie, you get like a little device and then you can like pee standing up.
What?
It's like a weird little funnel.
For like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yes.
It's called a shiwi, apparently. Oh my god. Okay, but I always wondered, once you're done with that, what do you do with the little... Because it's got pee on it. What do you do with it? Do you just put it back in your purse?
Like, you probably just wash it in the sink, right?
Well, but like, if you had a sink there, you wouldn't be like needing to pee with a shiwi. You would be able to just like sit on a toilet, right? You don't necessarily, if you're using it in the woods, if you're using it on a hike, you probably don't have water to clean it with.
Well, I guess just don't use it. I guess just don't use it during the
that's
hike.
What it's for.
Is it for hikes?
Yeah, literally, that's like one of the things that it advertises.
Really? I thought that it was meant for... Okay, well, I guess just bring an extra water bottle then, I guess.
Bring an extra water bottle?
Yeah, for the shiwi.
Ugh.
Yeah. I
Bring a
don't. I
Ziploc bag for it. Still cursed. Still cursed. Imagine if you're like hanging out with your girls later, and they're just like, "Oh my god," going through our purses, seeing what we have in here. I don't know what girls do.
as they do.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
that's exactly what
don't
they do.
hang out with people too
The
much,
annual
but
purse exchange.
I assume that most of them don't have like a Ziploc bag full of pee and plastic.
And here's my piss lock. Have you ever been like you said you went camping before, right?
This is our worst stream ever. Yeah, it was a Boy
No,
Scout.
this is the best stream ever. We've learned so much like about a lot of things. I sang. We talked about what did we talk about at the beginning? We talked about something cursed. I can't remember it now.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be worse than this. I sound like Joe
I
Biden the
mean,
whole time.
oh yeah, you kept bringing up Joe Biden, and I said it's because someone made fun of you, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like how easily I read you on that. I was like, it's because someone said something to you, isn't it? And you're like,
Finding out I
yeah.
have face blindness, etc. Yeah, it's been an eventful stream. But
It
yeah,
has
you were
been.
saying.
I think I've never went camping at a place that didn't have like an RV. Like I've never been like outside. Like okay, I've camped outside in a tent, but I've never done it where there's not like the RV like right nearby. Is that weird?
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know. I always did tent camping because I was a Boy Scout.
So you actually like took your tent up with you and then you like found a place and you set it up?
Like
I feel like I would just die somehow. Like you know what I mean?
Yo, oh my god, Shumi did like the real like hardcore like you have to dig your own toilet stuff.
Oh my god. I just wouldn't shit.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I just wouldn't.
I just wouldn't do that. Cause like that's just too much work. You know what I mean? Like that's just too much. Like it's I don't even know. Like my dad said that he used to use leaves. And I was like, that doesn't feel right. Like it doesn't feel like you could get away with
about that. I would worry about that.
Poison
Like, what
ivy.
if you exactly? What if you
Right,
got
that's what
poison
I
ivy?
said. That's what I said. And I was
And
like, there is
then-
no way.
You're gonna be hiking fast tomorrow.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say at the very beginning. Okay, remember we were talking about like claymation stuff and how I said it freaked me out, and you were talking about Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know the one that was called Chicken Run?
Ram, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, of course I know Chicken
Do you
Run.
know
I love Chicken Run.
I feel like that was the thing that scared me as a kid. That was the movie that freaked me out.
You were afraid that they were gonna bake you into a pie and eat you?
Isn't there like a part where they cut off a chicken's head at one point? Like it shows it?
Well, they don't show like the head coming off. You see in silhouette.
Exactly. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I mean. I think little Bo was watching that and being like, "What?"
Oh, poor baby
Yeah.
Bo. But
Like-
I bet little baby Bo is still eating chicken though.
Oh, absolutely. Those chicken nuggets. But I also remember I grew up with a lot of weird stuff. I grew up watching The Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
that
that
was-
movie is so upsetting.
Yeah. So that was the movie. That was like
I
the
guess
only
they
Disney
just like
movie we
hadn't
had.
invented children back then, and they were just like, "What do children want to see? Like racism, betrayal? Is this what children like?"
I still remember the train part. Isn't that it? Where like the train's coming and they like, oh my god. I feel like that's what happened.
That movie is
Yeah.
so sad. Who is that for?
I don't know, people that are just like their life's too good. Like, you know what I mean? Like they need to bring some pain into it. And then
The children were yearning for the mines.
and then there was the Brave Little Toaster. Brave Little Toaster was terrifying. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Brave Little Toaster was fucking terrifying.
I don't think I ever saw Brave Little Toaster.
You never saw Brave Little Toaster?
No.
Okay, Brave Little Toaster is like, how do I even describe Brave Little Toaster? It was, oh my god. Chat, can someone help me to explain it? There's a song they have in it called "Worthless," and it's like about these cars that are just not like in.
It's about me.
Working anymore.
Oh my god.
No, it's not. All
Don
right,
Blue
stop.
threw me a song. It's my song.
Stop.
I'm gonna cover it.
No, it's like these cars that are like no longer being used, and they're like, we're worthless, and it's showing them getting crushed. Like as they're singing, like the
I'm
crushing
covering
machine
this.
is like destroying them. Stop! Don't cover it.
We're worthless.
Yeah, no, it's so like I don't even remember how it ends. I watched that and then The Land Before Time. Oh yeah, the vacuum
Oh
attempts
yeah.
to end itself using like the cord.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's like sad, so it tries to do that. And I'm like 4 or something watching this, maybe 6, and I'm like, what's going on?
That's kind of
Yeah,
intense, dude.
yeah, right. And
Not
I
worthless to
asked,
you guys. Thank you, everybody. You're all very sweet to me. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't actually think I'm worthless. I'm just bad at a few very specific and
she's
important things that people do all the time.
she's compliment fishing, guys.
Not.
Um, you sounded so
But like,
distressed.
if you wanted to compliment me, oh my god, like
I mean, I'm not gonna say
like
no.
that would be like
I'm not gonna say no if you're gonna
yeah,
compliment me.
like
Like, you know, I mean, I
I'm not
understand.
fishing. I'm just saying, like, I've got this net here, and if there
Yeah,
was a
of course.
fish, like, that'd be pretty
If it just
cool.
happened to happen, you know, I mean, who am I to stop it? Like, do you watch the Land Before Time?
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember the part? Okay, there's a part that stands out to me. It's the tar scene. Do you remember that?
Of
They like fall in the
course.
tar and they like put him a monster like, "Bleh," and he's like, ah. I don't know why that scared me as a kid. That was another one that freaked me out. I was like, ah, what's happening?
Yeah, upsetting. Truly upsetting. Ha,
It was
Ellie, you're so funny. Worth is a construct. It's true. It's true. Whenever I start
so
wondering if
true.
I'm good enough, I remember that everybody is good enough by virtue of them being human.
There you go.
And it's don't do a eugenics even on yourself.
There you go. They used to like to traumatize children. They did, and like I asked my mom about it. I was like, "Mom, why did you like out of all the stuff that we could have got, you could have got me like I don't know, Beauty and the Beast. Like you could have got me like
Which
any
is the
other
movie I was scared of.
right, but like any other Disney property, you probably could have gotten and been like, let's
I
showboat
love
this.
Courage the
It was
Cowardly Dog.
Courage is great. Courage was great. He's like the things I do for love. I used to do that a lot in class, and he used to be like Muriel.
Muriel.
And then you remember the music is like dun 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 dun, and he like started getting chased or whatever.
Yeah.
You remember the giant toes?
Oh, dude, how could I forget?
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
What they were like mafia man, weren't they? They were like a mafia group, and like the big toe was like the leader, and the other ones were like the henchmen, and they were like, yeah, see? Was that right? This feels like such a fucking fever dream.
Yeah, this really is your therapy stream. We really are getting to the bottom of it.
Oh,
Oh, my good
return this lab.
therapist. My good therapist.
I'm definitely asking for a refund, but we'll deal with that later.
No! Come on! I've paid for worse therapy than this. Pyro, welcome! Thank you for the follow.
There's the do you remember the fish in the courage thing where it's like you deserve to be nothing more than what you are, courage, because you are
Yeah.
perfect. And it was like what the fuck is this? Like I remember that scene as a kid and being like, what am I watching right now? This feels weird. I remember that. And then, Spy Kids. Did you ever watch those?
Oh my god, of course I watched Spy
Yeah,
Kids.
the thumbs from Spy
Dude,
Kids.
I made my whole family see Shark Boy and Lava Girl in
Yes!
theaters for my birthday. That was my birthday
Yes!
present, was that everybody had to go see Shark Boy and Lava Girl with me.
What's the song? Dream, 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 dream. What's it? Close your eyes, shut your mouth. Go to sleep. I can't remember what it was. I remember
New
that
bow
song.
cover just dropped.
Yeah, yo. And then there's that one line that everyone quotes. Hang on. Spy Kids quote. Oh no, Shark
Oh,
Boy.
the
is
one,
fake.
do you think God stays in heaven for fear of what he's created?
Did that come from that? There's
That
no
came
way.
from Spy Kids.
Did that really
No,
come
for
from
real.
Spy Kids?
For real.
It had never been said before.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There is no way that Spy Kids made such a fucking raw line. That is insane.
I know.
Mr. Alleged Dad, Max stole my dream journal. Send him to the principal's office immediately.
Steve Buscemi. God bless Steve Buscemi. We love Steve Buscemi.
2000s like movies were so fucking weird.
No, okay,
Like-
okay. So there's a term that my friend coined to describe like the aesthetic of the 2000s, and it's a little unsafe, so bear with me. But it's it goes hard in the balls.
All right, now
That's like
elaborate. What do you mean
the
by that?
only way to describe that aesthetic of like huge jeans, as much fabric as possible, huge shirt, as much fabric as possible, and everybody's like skateboarding. They got frosted tips and spiked up
Cause
hair.
I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep. Yeah, Sum 41.
And
Like
all
I
the
watched them and
music
they're
is like loud and intense and all about feelings. It's just like real raw. And and the movies were all like no, they were making anything and they were
yeah, just
making it as
anything and
hard as they
everything.
could, you know? Like they didn't care, you know? Like they were just any premise, they were going to go as hard as they could with it. Hard in the balls. Everything in the 2000s went hard in the balls.
When do you think we're gonna get to the point where people look upon like the early 2000s the same way that people look upon like the 40s, kind of like and stuff like that, where they're like, oh man, the videos back then, the movies, the Hollywood films, like they're gonna be like, yo, Spy Kids. I think that's we're already there, right?
Spy
Like
Kids is
they're
so
like,
romantic as
yeah,
cinema. Yeah.
wow, yeah, and they're gonna be like,
I want to dress up fine in my 2000s finery and
you
go see
know,
Spy Kids at the theater.
my middle brother actually had frosted tips.
No
I
way.
there's pictures of him where he has like really baggy jeans, like the ones that like fan out at the bottom. Like what are
Yo,
yeah, that one,
Flair.
and he's wearing like a Metallica shirt or something like that, and like a chain necklace, and he has frosted tips, and it's so like I'm like, oh my
Yes.
god, dude, yeah, bell
Iconic.
bottom.
Dude, I wish I was like experiencing fashion in the 2000s. I wasn't.
It was a hell of a time.
It seemed like it was amazing out there.
From everything that I've seen, it was a fucking hell of a time. It's like I don't, man, dude, it's such a weird like I don't want to say nostalgic already because like it's not that long ago, but like I sometimes see things
Bro,
where like
it's literally as old as you could get and be nostalgic about. You weren't alive before that. What the frick do you mean it's not nostalgic?
well, okay, but I mean like sometimes I'll look at the AOL thing, like someone will show like
Right?
a screen cap of it, and I'm like, why is
Nostalgic.
this
It just
yeah,
is.
right? It's kind of weird or like it just felt so new everything.
Venomous! Welcome! Thank you for the follow. I know. I love like Web 2.0 aesthetics.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my
Like old
god.
websites and stuff like that that are still like up
Right?
some reason, and it's just
Ooh,
like the effects
yes.
they have on it, and people used to make their own websites about themselves and be like, welcome to my website. Like you know what I mean?
Dude, and the like graphic design is my passion of it all.
Yeah, dude. They have
Bo probably thinks mullets look cool. Mullets look a little cool, man. Mullets look a little
depends who
cool.
it if you there's some people out there that can rock a mullet.
Yeah, if you can rock a mullet, you definitely look cool.
Yeah, there's some people that just MySpace when I was
I
like
didn't have a
really
MySpace, but I really wanted one. My sisters had MySpaces, and I was so jealous.
in 5th grade I had one. I had a
Oh
MySpace in 5th
man.
grade, yeah, and I remember, when you clicked on it, it'd play Apple Bottom Jeans. I still remember that. I don't know why. Yeah, I was fucking, like there's no way. I don't know how I got yeah, it was a lot, but so
Wow.
that was, yeah, that was young Bo was going a little crazy
Boots
with
with the
it.
fur. The
With the
fur.
fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the
Bonds with
floor.
the fur, with the fur. Hello. Hello, Mia Pico. Yeah, that's me. I'm Robot Woman.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like,
Yeah.
also, I think, MMOs and stuff like that, like chat rooms from back in those days,
Yo! Dude,
there there's
I
a mhm.
did you spend any time on chat rooms in those days?
No, ooh, do I tell you this?
Do you? I think you do.
It's kind of like, it's pretty cringe.
I think you do.
Uh,
Come on, dog. You know that I wrote fanfic about other Family Guy fanfic. You can tell me this.
What? Wait, whoa! I didn't know about this. Wait, what?
Wait, you didn't?
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
I wrote fanfic about a different Family Guy fanfic, and no one ever read it, and only one person ever clicked on it, and it was really long, and it was about how Meg got superpowers, and then everyone was really nice to her and said they were sorry.
That's such an Ellie, like, that's such an Ellie story.
Tell me.
So when I was younger, I was really obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, we're not surprised.
And it was like a phase I went through. And one of the things that I joined one of the first chat rooms I think I ever joined was a Son Amy like website dedicated to Sonic and Amy shipping. And and that was that was my chat room.
No way.
Yep, that was me. I was in there talking about how cute Sonic and Amy are.
Okay, that's adorable, honestly.
I was like, wow, I like him so much. Wow.
So my parents raised us with ASL as like a language in the house, American Sign Language. And so like I grew up knowing about ASL and speaking ASL, right? I went on chat rooms for the first time and everyone was like ASL. And I was like, how?
Oh no!
How? How do you use American Sign Language over text? That's just words.
I don't know how this works. You're so lucky someone was like, oh yeah, just turn on your webcam. Or something like that. And you're like, wait, oh yeah, we can sign language over that.
Dude, I've told you that I spent like a lot of time on chat roulette.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. So.
That's like how you train to be a streamer, honestly.
Oh yeah, I really didn't stay around in chat roulette or things like that. I kind of was like, I guess it's okay. But then like after a while, I just got bored. I was like, how many dicks can you see before you're like, eh?
Well, okay. First of all, if you ask nicely, most people will put it away. And if they don't, you can just next them.
Excuse me, sir. Can you please put your dick away?
No, you just say like you just cover your eyes and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not really here for that. But if you want to pan your camera up, I would talk to you. You can't tell, but I'm covering my eyes with my hand.
No, I can tell.
And then they'll pick the camera up. And then how old was I? Way too young.
Jesus.
Well, but the thing was, you don't see anything. You just cover your eyes whenever you get nexted or before you next somebody.
You definitely shouldn't have been on that. You definitely should have been on that. You definitely should have been talking to those people to even begin with.
For clarity, nothing sus ever happened to me. Like anyone who wouldn't pan their camera up, you just next them. And second of all, Guys Games, welcome! Thank you for the follow. I talked to a lot of middle-aged men through their divorces, so
dude, I did that too.
Yeah, you gotta. That's what the internet is for when you're a child.
It was World of Warcraft with me. That's what happened.
Oh my god!
The ladies that would be part of the guild, they would be going through like some kind of like divorce or whatever, and I needed them to carry me through dungeons because they were a higher level and I could give me all the gear. So like I would just be in a call with them in like Ventrilo or whatever the fuck it was back then. And like I would be like, like maybe 10, maybe like at 9, I don't know, not enough to comprehend. And they would be like, yeah, I don't know, like it was, I don't know what to do, and like maybe I should end it. And I'm like, yeah, you probably should. Hey, can I get that loot?
Oh my god. For me, it was always recently divorced dads. Like, people think of chat roulette as a place full of wieners, but in my experience, it's really just full of like lonely middle-aged guys. That was most of who I met on there, and most of them weren't even naked. Most of them were just like, it would just be like their face, and they'd just be like, I drank a lot of beer tonight, and I dropped my kid off at my ex-wife's place, and I won't see him again for a week. And you're just like, I'm sorry, man, that sounds really hard. What's the next thing you gotta do right now to get ready for bed? You gotta brush your teeth, and you gotta change out of your work clothes, right? You gotta put away your work clothes, and then you gotta like charge your phone and get in bed, right? And you'd talk them through that whole process, and then once they were ready for bed, you'd go like, okay, time to go, and then you'd next them, and then you'd know that you helped them get to sleep.
What if you nexted them and they didn't actually go to bed?
Well, but like you were seeing the whole thing, so like. You knew.
You better be in bed when I press this next button. All right?
No. It was a lot of people just who needed some help to get through something.
That's very sweet of you, Ellie.
Ellie being the therapist putting the alcoholics to sleep, yeah. Basically. That's what chat roulette is. Anyone who spends a long time on chat roulette will know. Because the cultural conception of chat roulette was like, here's where the naked people are. But like in reality, it's just like, here are the people who don't have anyone to call, but they need someone to talk to right now.
You know, I just helped them.
You just help them get loot?
I just asked them to carry me through dungeons and they would get in. I still remember their name. One was called Ms. That was their character name. I still remember Ms. because they were like, I just think they were. I don't know. I don't want to say I had a crush on them, but like,
Bo had a crush on the middle-aged mom he gave therapy to, and
no, because like, okay, because I played World of Warcraft for like a while, so this was like in my teen or whatever, and so like, but they were like in their like late 20s, maybe kind of early, but they were so mysterious. They played like a Blood Elf Death Knight, and they would only reply with like yes, no, and then maybe if you're lucky, you get like a full sentence from them. And I was like, she's so mysterious. And like, I don't know why, but I was like,
Bo's type is just women who don't talk to him.
What a cruel world it is. What a fucking cruel world. But like, I'd be like, hi, Ms. And then she'd be like, hey. And I'd be like, like, I'd be like,
Oh, just likes being nagged.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But I was like, can you carry me through a dungeon? And they're like, what dungeon? And I'd be like, I need to go through this one to get this particular like loot. And they'd be like, yeah, okay. And then like we get in a dungeon and it'd just be them talking like monotone and then just like being like, did you get the loot? And I'd be like, yeah, I got it. And they're like, all right, are you gonna hearth out? Or like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I need to get this other one. Can you do it? And they're like, yeah. And that would be like, that'd be it. And I was like, God, she's so cool. I was like, she's so cool.
That's funny because I feel like there's like a dude anime archetype for that, but there isn't really a girl anime archetype for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like not mean, like super helpful, but just like very serious and pretty quiet, right?
Yeah. Like not like over the top with stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right? I feel like that's like a dude anime archetype. But
it's
not
called
like
Raven from Teen Titans. That is true. I did have a crush on Raven.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Well, I used to be like torn as a kid because I was like, Starfire's so bubbly and cool, but Raven's like, she's so mysterious. And like,
oh my God.
Me and my friend on the bus ride.
Bo can't pick. He's got too many suitors.
I couldn't on the bus ride from school. Me and my friend had like a debate one time. I remember about if Raven or Starfire was better, and like we were going into detail about it. We're like, okay, but hear me out, right? And like I remember that as a kid. I also remember the episode of Teen Titans where Raven's like had her different personalities come out, and I remember that episode because there was like the bubbly Raven, and I was like, she can be bubbly, or whatever, and that I was like, okay, maybe Raven, but I don't know. I think
it's
more
almost
of a
like people
Starfire.
contain multitudes.
Almost, but not quite. But yeah, no, I think Miz was probably, I don't know. I do remember. I think I brought it up before. There was a girl from Canada that would bully me. And she was like, so I was like, what was it? I think I was like 14 or 13, and she was like 19, and she would just like she would just be mean to me, like unironically mean to me.
Bro.
She would just be, I don't know why, she would be mean to me, and she'd be like, fuck off to me. And I'd be like, what? I didn't even say anything yet. And like,
why?
I'd have to get like, I don't know. I'd have to get like the guild moms to step in, like the older women. I'd be like, can you tell her to stop? I still remember her name. Her name was like, it's not her real name. It was Featherin was her username.
Dude.
And I was like, why are you being mean to me?
So mean to you.
I don't know. Like I would join the call and she's like, oh, fucking great. Like that. And I'd be like, they told me to come in here. I'm sorry. And she's like, well, you can leave.
God.
And I'm like, oh. And they're like, no, Featherin, you be nice to him. And she'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, there are no girls on the internet, actually.
True.
It's made up. So
True.
Oh my God, that's so sad, dude.
I remember that. I remember Featherin because I was like, what is wrong with her? Why is she treating me like this? What did I say?
You were just
Yeah.
a little baby. Why would
I
she be so
was.
mean to you?
I don't know. It was a rough time. It made me into the monster I am today. So when I do those collabs and everyone's like, "You're such a villain, Bo," just remember that's because of Featherin. Don't be mad at me.
Be
Remember,
mad at this random lady.
be mad at Featherin.
What's she like 30 now? Be mad at this random 30-year-old lady.
Yeah. How dare she? I tried to find her like to see if she was still playing, like a couple years back.
Ooh,
I was like,
are the
is she still
allegations
around?
true? Okay, first of all, she's still living rent-free in your brain. But second of all,
She is.
is it true? I didn't get to see the collab last night. Were you in fact a villain?
It depends on what you call a villain.
I want to hear. I want to hear.
I don't think I was that bad. I think I was great.
He hid the body of Minnie?
I don't know what you're on about.
But what did you do?
So, I guess okay. Well, there's a lot of things that I might have done, but one of them was, what did I do? I can't remember what it was. It was like, okay, so Minnie died, and I can't remember why. There's something like I was like, she needs to apologize, and then we could bring her back, and then like server was like, no, because it's Minnie. Ah, bah, 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 bah. And so I was like, all right. And so I was like,
welcome. He killed Minnie, then tried to blackmail her, and then hid her body when server tried to revive her?
So I was like, I won't bring you back unless you apologize. Come into my chat and apologize to me right now, Minnie. And Minnie was like, no!
Apologize for what?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is the copy pasta they made.
My fellow individual, being of the masculine gender identity, the separate individual by the name of Bo, wait, what? Who also happens to be of the masculine gender identity is presently causing immense irritation to my otherwise temperate demeanor. What is this?
That's what they all kept posting. That's what they all kept posting. So, basically what happened is that I was like, okay, listen, if you
this Bo guy
don't
really
come into here,
if you don't come in here,
yeah, okay, see, there we go. Thank you. That is true.
Is it true?
Me. Yes. So I was like, come in here and apologize to me. And then he was like, no. So I was like, all right. And then server was like, oh, we can just bring her back, because I wasn't gonna do it. But then I'm not gonna tell server no, because server's cute, and server was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, all right, go buy the chalk so we can resummon her. Is that your
server impression? It's
yeah,
just, That's your server impression.
Yeah. And so I was like, go buy the chalk, and then we can draw the pentagram and resummon her. So I made sure to wait for server was distracted trying to actually draw the circle, because I knew that she'd focus in on it. And then I was like, okay, and I just picked up the body and brought her into the woods where Minnie is, and I dropped her. And then when I came back, server had just finished, and server was like, all right, now let's go grab the body. Wait, where did the body go? And I was like, oh, you know what? This game's in like pre-alpha. I think it just despawned. The game's like really buggy right now. And she was like, what? No. And I was like, yeah, that's a shame. I guess we're just gonna have to keep on going.
He cosplayed a Discord mod and called Minnie and Cerber his kittens? I want to go home.
No, that is not true.
I want to go home.
That is not fucking
take
true.
Me home. Okay. I want to go home.
Ban that person. Ban them. They have spread misinformation.
I don't know.
That is not true. I did not call them my kittens.
sounds pretty honest. I don't think they lied to me.
I did not call them my kittens. They were doing a Discord. That is actually true. You guys are so dumb. They were doing a Discord bit, like the Discord kitten bit. I did not call them my kittens. Just the preference, because I'm
Apparently
not fucking
it's in
weird.
The clips.
It's okay. Pull up the clip. If I call them my kittens, then I will say I'm sorry. But I promise you, I do not in the thing say they're my kittens.
You said daddy's home?
Okay, that part I did, because I got resummoned, and I did it in the Discord mod voice. I was like, "Daddy's home," like that. But to preface this, there you go.
I need someone
to preface this. They did it first.
Hard in the back of the head.
No, they did it first. They did it first.
I need someone to punch me so hard in the back of the head. I never have to remember that
listen
again.
to me, Ellie. Listen. They did the bit first. I played onto the bit, and then they all recoiled. Do you understand?
Shumi, tell Shmaimai that I love him. Tell Shmaimai that he's perfect. Have fun. Thank you for hanging out. I'm not well. I don't think I'll ever be well.
How do you think I feel right now? People are spreading lies and misinformation about me.
Bender
I'm not well.
Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I don't know, Bo. Apparently you said daddy's home about yourself.
Okay, again,
and then you said the words Discord kitten.
Okay, those are 2 words, by the way. Just so you know. I
said the words.
No, you said the word. But it's okay.
I did not.
Ellie, listen. It's okay. Listen. They did the Discord bit first. Okay? They did like it was Minnie. I know it was Minnie because I watched a VOD. I watched a VOD of from Minnie's perspective, and Minnie started the Discord mod bit. I, being a good collaborator, just continued the bit.
Bro, you said daddy's home about yourself. Yeah, is Bo gonna use the ukulele in his apology video? I would love to know.
No, absolutely not.
You're gonna blame this on Minnie? Exactly. That's so rude. So rude.
What?
Ikati, welcome. Thank you for the follow.
Now tell me, okay, chat, Minnie started it. Are you gonna tell me that Minnie did not start the Discord mod thing? Are you gonna sit here and lie?
I don't know, man. That's the impression I'm getting. I'm also so mad that you collab with Minnie before I do, and you're just a menace the whole time.
I mean, I wouldn't say the whole time.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you basically were like, I'm daddy the whole time.
That's okay. Now that's completely incorrect, and that's disgusting.
He had a hero arc. Wait, what's the hero arc?
I don't know, because if I say anything, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, well, at the end of it, he said daddy." That's not true. And so I don't know what I can say anymore.
What's the hero arc? What's the hero arc?
Am I allowed to say the hero arc without us spreading lies and slander?
What's the hero arc?
Yeah, all right, we're good. I just threw it on the ground. I missed.